Hey guys, welcome back to my two solitary, lonely little bookshelves here. I recently finished my romantasy books. It's time to choose my next reading series. But before I get into that, I have a small pile of books that I need to unhaul. Let's do that. I need to unhaul them and then I'm able to choose some of my recently hauled books to get from my shelf in the corner onto these two main shelves. So before we go into May's, it's May, right? Yes, May's reading challenge, let's do that. Here is the pile of books that need to find a new home. They're getting kicked out. As much as it kills me to get rid of anything Tolkien, I do really want to, I've mentioned it before, do a reread this fall of all things Tolkien. And when I do that, I very much would like to annotate the copies I have. These are nice and floppy. Unfortunately, they are the movie posters. As much as I love the movie, and I've watched it probably over 100 times at this point, I just don't like movie posters being on the cover of books. That's not the main reason though. It's all underlined. Like every page is underlined multiple times in pen. And I'm really glad that whoever last had these enjoyed them so much. But I would also like to annotate my copies. So I will be getting rid of this edition. And I'm going to be on the lookout for a new one, fresh pages I can highlight. Next book is Nothing to See Here. I recently hauled a soft cover edition of this. I can't believe I have two editions. When I was at the store with this one, I thought I had a different Stephen King book, so I went ahead and bought it. Clearly, I should not have, so this one's gonna go. I think this one's, you know what? Hold on. Let's just take a look and see. They both have, wow, like really big font. Look at how like big the font is, which I'm not going to complain about, but I think as far as the cover, ooh, guys, which one should I keep and which one should I get rid of? Because this one's kind of cool. It's got like the vampires looking in. This one just has the burning house. I need to think about this. Next, we have The Art Thief. I did read a book called The Art Thief several months ago for a book club. I accidentally purchased the wrong one, and then I had to repurchase the correct one. I'm not interested in reading this, so this is going to go to like a free little library. Hopefully someone who really enjoys art finds it. Next we have One Day in December, which is a romance book. I tried to read this, I think last December, and I could only get not far. I did not get far. I knew that if I finished the book, it was going to be like a 1-star read for me, so I chose not to. Talent by V.E. Schwab. This was supposed to come with the dust jacket. It did not. So it is going farewell, and then eventually I'll find one with the dust jacket. I'll read it then, but if this was a book that I had really been wanting to read, then obviously the dust jacket wouldn't matter. But this was just one that I had heard of. I thought it sounded kind of cool, but it wasn't like I have to read this right now. And then the final one is Summerdale. I've made a lot of purchasing mistakes with books. I thought this was a different book. I did not read the cover enough. It is really cool that this book is set like 2 miles from me, but just reading the synopsis on the back, I'm not really interested in this one. So that's gonna go, which means we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 books we can get from recently hauled onto our shelves. Let's go. I'm so excited because look at how much like I need to fill up some of these shelves. Like look at how empty. Again, please ignore my creaky floors. Like some of them are so empty. Of course, let's take you down. Look, it's like a full empty shelf. There's some on the bottom there that very much need to get fixed. Let's do it. Here we go. So this top shelf we're going to disregard because it's already all been read. So we're looking from the second shelf kind of down. We'll do little by little. How many books did I say again? I needed to... This one's also been read, so keep on spinning. That's that duplicate, but those are a possibility. This one I'd kind of like to get just because it doesn't match any of the others. It's kind of bugging me that it's a different height. Okay, let's go down. See, a lot of these I know I want to read during the fall, so I'm not going to put them on my shelves yet. This one is a possibility. A Song to Drown Rivers. So I'm going to set that on my desk. We'll say that's a maybe. I don't see anything on there. No. Okay, let's keep going down. These two are a possibility. Let's do, you know what, let's do Holly. Let's do Holly, because I'm taking one Stephen King away. These two, I could read in one go. So that's 4. We'll do this one randomly, 5. And then, should I do this one too? Yeah, what the heck? I don't know why, but we'll do that one too. So it is time to go ahead, go through my shelves, and choose my next reads. I do have an idea as to how I'd like to choose those books, which is to go through my Goodreads TBR and see which books have been on my want to read list the longest amount of time. Now for this, I'm not going to be purchasing the books that I don't physically have here that are on the list. I'm just going to go through, see which ones I have already available, choose those. I don't know how many. I'm thinking maybe 5 or 6 books. We'll see as we go along. I'm going to go to my Goodreads, and then I'm just going to do want to read, which I have 1,143 books on my want to read pile. That's a lot. And then I'm going to go to date added. Now, I first started using Goodreads in 2021. So you can see, like, can you see this? Is this too bright? Is this too dim? Like, that's how far back it goes, is like 2021 is the earliest I added books. As you can also see, the first book is The Borrowers, which I do not own. I could have sworn I read that book when I was younger. Maybe I put it on there because I wanted to reread it. Maybe I never actually read it and I'm confused. I don't own that. We're skipping it. Next is The Girl from Everywhere, which is the first book in a fantasy series about a girl who travels on the ship that can traverse worlds and different realms, and I'm guessing it's the adventure she has. I do own it, unless I've unhauled it. It is in storage. I don't have it with me. The Glass Hotel by Emily St. John Manzel. I added this to the list because Station 11, so good. I love Station 11 so much. I do have on the wall over there Sea of Tranquility by the author, but I don't have this book. Next is The End of Oz, which is the 4th book in the Dorothy Must Die series. I read the first 3 when I was younger, and it's a Oz retelling where a girl, I think her name is like Amy Gum or Amy Gunn or something like that. She is also from Kansas. She travels to Oz and finds out that Dorothy is now the villain and has kind of twisted Oz in this really dark way and has to rise up against her. I don't own that either. All right, what's next? When We Were Orphans. I do own that. I do, because I read Not the Remains of the Day. Never Let Me Go. And I loved it by that author. I thought it was up here. Oh, it's hiding behind my coffee. Sweet. When We Were Orphaned. I really don't know much about this. I do really enjoy the cover, but I liked Never Let Me Go so much, like his writing specifically, that I wanted to delve into more of his stuff. And now I can. It's so exciting. We have our first book. All right, hold on. My phone locked me out. Next we have one I think I also own, which is Ninth House. Ninth House. I've been putting this off for quite a while. Dark academia just slightly intimidates me. It really shouldn't. I mean, there are so many people who enjoy it. I don't know how long the series is going to be. I think the third book just came out. Or is it just a duology? I don't know. But either way, we've got 2 books. 1,000 Ships by Natalie Haynes. I don't think I have that. That author has just been pumping out Greek mythology, which is amazing. Hamnet. The time has come to read Hamnet. Oh my gosh. It's so exciting. Where is it? I think it's on the bottom shelf. Oh, there you are. Hamnet by Maggie O'Farrell. I read Instructions for a Heat Wave by this author, but this is the book she's really known for. I've heard this is really good. Shakespeare, John Mary. Oh, someone like took notes on like a family tree. I've heard this is also a book that will make you cry. And I'm kind of in the mood for some cleansing tears. Book number 3. Galatea by Madeline Miller. I do own that. I am ashamed to say I have not read that because I profess to love Madeline Miller so much. I do own it, like I said. It's like this big of a book, so it would always get lost on my shelves in between 2 books, and it would just like be out of sight, out of mind. The Mercies. I don't have that here either. The Invasion. The Invasion, which is the book 2 of, I don't know what the series is called. It's that one, if you can see it. So the first book, I remember that being real good. It's some sort of like horror where, what is that high-pitched ringing noise? Oh my gosh, it's going to drive me insane. Where I think it focuses on like a boy and a girl in this village. And once the children reach a certain age, they're like sucked out of their world and they're deposited into, I think it's called like the Gray Lands, where there are these evil fae who hunt humans for sport, and you have to survive till morning or for 24 hours or something like that, and then you are like pop back into your world. But most people don't survive it, and the people who do survive it come back like with missing limbs and stuff like that. I love that so much. I really would like to read the second book, but I've never seen it for sale anywhere. I'll have to go hunting online. Nice is also the second book in a series that I read many moons ago. We're still in June of 2021 when I added these books. I was adding lots of books in June, which is The Knowing, the second book in the Forgetting series. I don't own that. The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. We got one. One of my book of the month. I think this is about like an old Hollywood star and the husbands that she's had. I would love to read about some of that old Hollywood glitz and glamour, where it's never as pretty, things are never as pretty as on the surface. And also, Daisy Jones and the Six by this author was fantastic. We've got 4 books. Let's pick more because I'm feeling really motivated about these. The Secret History by Donna Tartt. Don't have it. If We Were Villains. Do I own that? Either way, whether I own it or not, I don't have it physically here. The Poppy War. I don't have it. This Is How You Lose the Time War. I do. Where are you? I know you're like a light blue cover. There you are. Boom. Really short. Really easy read. I was so happy when I found this. And I'm going to be reading it like right away. So this is fantastic. And Madeline Miller has good things to say. I love it. I love it. I do appreciate that I'm getting books of varying length and genre. So, like last month when I did just romantasy, by the end I was like, come on now, give me something new. Okay, so we've got 5. Should we keep going? Let's see what we get to next. Conversations with Friends by Sally Rooney. No, I think I've only read Normal People by her. The Four Seasons, a novel of Vivaldi's Venice. No. Burnt Sugar. No. Snow Country. No. House of Salt and Sorrows. I do own that. I tried to read that before, but I couldn't really get into it, I think, but I still would like to read it. In Watermelon Sugar. No. The Maidens. Another dark academia novel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And you know what? We're going to stop at book 6 because book 7, can you see? Nope, I'm not doing that to myself. 6 is good. Guys, I have a really good feeling about this month. I have so many books, all these books that I've really been wanting to read. I've heard really good things about most of them, and I'm excited to get into them. Let's do this. I'm going to put this on my little cart. I'll see you guys at the end of the month, and we will, fingers crossed, have some 4 and 5 star reads to talk about.